Close your eyes for a moment and feel what is moving behind the ordinary rhythm of your life. Because 2026 is not just another year on the calendar. It is a cosmic turning point, a moment when the great wheel of the universe stops drifting silently and begins to shift with unmistakable force. Some years pass quietly, and then there are years when the destiny of millions changes in a single breath. 2026 is one of those years, a wave of energy so rare that it appears only once in centuries. What you are about to hear is not coincidence. It is the echo of forces that have been unfolding long before any of us were born. Stay until the end, because your zodiac sign may be among the few that Baba Vanga specifically called by name for this awakening cycle. According to Baba Vanga, 2026 marks the Great Awakening, a period when humanity steps through a hidden doorway that has been locked for generations, not opened by human hands, but by the pulse of the universe itself. The invisible forces that once worked quietly in the background, the subtle currents that shaped decisions, opportunities, and turning points, all of them are beginning to speak loudly, as if the strings of fate are tightening in preparation for a major shift. In 2026, what was once blurred becomes clear. Paths that seemed blocked begin to open, and those who are willing to step forward will see a truth that has always been waiting for them. What Baba Vanga described as their real destiny. But here's what you must remember. Not all 12 zodiac signs will receive the full force of this awakening. Only a select group, the ones carrying the marks of transition, will rise into the new wave of fate, receiving powerful boosts in prosperity, clarity, inner strength, and transformation. And among these 12, 3 signs will shine the brightest. 3 signs chosen by destiny to receive the most intense blessing of the year. But I won't reveal them yet. To truly understand why they were chosen, you need to follow the entire journey of 2026 from beginning to end. Stay with me until the final message and discover whether you belong to the group entering the greatest awakening cycle of their lifetime. Before we continue, affirm this aloud or in the comments. I am open to receiving the positive energy of 2026. And if this message already speaks to your spirit, remember to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the revelations that follow. If you want, I can now continue with the energy forecast of 2026, the full zodiac breakdown, or an even deeper, more mystical intro. Just tell me. 2026, the year of energy. And some years pass quietly. And then there are years when the universe reshapes everything. 2026 is one of those years, a spiritual crossroads where old timelines dissolve and new ones emerge with surprising speed. Mystics call this moment a destiny junction, a point where cosmic currents shift direction and humanity is swept into a new stream of purpose. You may not see the change with your eyes, but you will feel it. In the way circumstances rearrange themselves, in the people who suddenly appear, and in the clarity that rises where confusion once lived. This year carries the vibration of release and rebirth. What no longer belongs will fall away effortlessly. What is meant to grow will break through any resistance. 2026 is a threshold, the universe whispering, "Step forward. A new cycle begins now." Its intensity comes from how directly it affects human consciousness. It awakens, stretches, and confronts. It breaks comfort zones, dissolves illusions, and exposes truths long ignored. Lives that felt stuck, financially, emotionally, spiritually, will unlock in unexpected ways. People who felt unseen will finally be recognized. Those afraid to move will feel an unmistakable pull toward action. This is the year that rewrites inner patterns, how you think, how you choose, how you see yourself, and what you believe is possible. Paths once dismissed suddenly reappear, illuminated with purpose. But here is the deeper truth. Those who resist change will feel the impact the most. 2026 does not slow down. It rewards courage, rattles hesitation, and leaves behind anyone holding on to what has already ended. This is why Baba Vanga spoke of 2026 with such gravity. Not because the outer world transforms, but because you do. With this powerful energy comes both a warning and a promise. No one passes through 2026 unchanged. It is not gentle, it is transformational. The universe will ask only one question. Will you rise or will you retreat? Because in 2026, the law is simple. If you dare, you rise. If you fear, you fall behind. This year demands clarity, intention, and the courage to step into the unknown. But those who adapt and move forward will experience breakthroughs in money, relationships, purpose, and inner power. 2026 does not give. It responds. And it responds exactly to the energy you bring. 1. Aries, the year of ascent, self-restoration, and action-born destiny. 2026 arrives for Aries not as an explosion, but as a steady, unavoidable climb toward the life they were always meant to live. This is the year when Aries rediscovers their core strength, the fire that was never lost, only muted. At the very beginning of the year, a subtle but unmistakable signal appears, an unexpected opportunity, a surprising invitation, or a person whose presence shifts everything. This small spark begins a chain reaction that slowly but firmly redirects Aries' entire path. Spring brings financial grounding. Efforts that once felt unnoticed finally bear fruit. Projects revive. Stability forms. It is as if the universe whispers, "See, nothing you did was wasted." Then comes summer, fast, vivid, unstoppable. Events overlap, doors open back to back. Aries feels alive again, not because life slows down, but because they finally match its pace. By autumn, a sign from the universe arrives. A conversation, a document, a long-awaited meeting, something that confirms they are on the right road. And from that moment, doubt dissolves. As the year ends, Aries steps into a deeper maturity. They stop waiting for direction and begin shaping their own fate. Where fear once lived, clarity rises. Where hesitation once stood, confidence takes its place. 2026 teaches Aries one powerful truth: action is destiny. And the Aries who dares to act becomes unstoppable. 2. Taurus, the year of restored balance, earned rewards, and quiet power. For Taurus, 2026 arrives like a silent correction of fate. The year when everything that once slipped through their fingers finally returns in a fuller, richer form. This is not luck. This is justice for years of patience, endurance, and steady effort. In the early months, Taurus feels an inner shift, a calm determination to act differently, to step beyond old limits. Unexpectedly, people who once underestimated them begin to seek their guidance. This is the first sign that the energy of 2026 is rearranging the balance of power. Spring activates their financial landscape. New opportunities appear. Resources stabilize. A job change, a promotion, or a strengthened business brings the security Taurus has long desired. Money no longer feels fragile. It becomes a tool they command with growing confidence. Summer deepens emotional harmony. Old resentments fade. New relationships or renewed bonds bring peace rather than chaos. Taurus finally understands that letting go is not losing. It is freeing space for what truly belongs. By autumn, recognition arrives. A title, a promotion, a successful project, or a shift in social status confirms that the world has finally noticed their quiet consistency. No noise, no drama, just well-earned respect. And as the year closes, Taurus stands on solid ground, wiser, calmer, and more decisive than ever. They learn that true wealth is not only money, but clarity, stability, and inner balance. 2026 becomes the year Taurus realizes strength is not loud. Strength is steady. 3. Gemini, the year of focus, completion, and awakening potential. For Gemini, 2026 is the long-awaited moment when scattered potential finally gathers into a single, powerful direction. This is the year when unfinished paths return, not as burdens, but as second chances with far greater strength than before. Early in the year, Gemini encounters a situation that forces quick, decisive action. It may be a new opportunity, a person entering their life unexpectedly, or an inner impulse that refuses to be ignored. Ideas are no longer enough. 2026 demands completion, not just beginnings. Spring becomes a season of renewal. People who once doubted Gemini's capability begin to recognize their brilliance. Tasks that once felt draining now bring satisfaction. A clearer, more confident version of Gemini emerges, one capable of building something lasting rather than chasing endless possibilities. Summer activates social expansion. Gemini's words gain weight. Partnerships form easily. Friendships evolve into collaborations. Connections lead to profit, joy, and purpose. For the first time in years, Gemini understands that their true power lies not only in creativity, but in uniting others. By autumn, emotional patterns shift. Solitude transforms into meaningful connection. Conflicts dissolve into understanding. Gemini learns the art of silence, the space where intuition speaks louder than thought. As the year ends, Gemini experiences a profound inner alignment. Doubt fades. Direction solidifies. They see clearly where they are going and why. 2026 reveals the highest truth for Gemini. When the mind and heart move as one, destiny unfolds effortlessly. 4. Cancer, the year of emotional liberation, inner clarity, and quiet transformation. For Cancer, 2026 unfolds as a profound purification. A year when everything unnecessary falls away, leaving only what is genuine, aligned, and true. This is not a year of noise, but a year of inner awakening, when Cancer finally sees themselves without the fog of fear, memory, or attachment. The year begins quietly, yet deep inside a tension rises, the feeling that something must change, not outside, but within. Decisions that were postponed for years now demand action. There is no crisis, only a gentle but undeniable realization. I can't live like this anymore. Spring brings an unexpected breakthrough. Financial growth arrives from new directions. Opportunities appear where Cancer once felt invisible. Baba Vanga often said that Cancer is rewarded for sincerity, and in 2026, pure intentions open powerful doors. Summer is the brightest season. Energy returns, joy resurfaces. Cancer stops living in later and steps fully into the present. Moves, job shifts, new beginnings. Everything flows more smoothly than expected, guided by intuition sharper than ever before. By autumn, old fears lose their power. Where there was once anxiety, there is determination. Where there was resentment, there is understanding. Cancer no longer sees themselves as a victim of circumstances, but as the quiet author of their own story. Toward the end of the year, emotional healing becomes complete. Body and spirit realign. Life feels lighter, clearer, more meaningful. 2026 becomes the year Cancer learns true strength is born in silence, and clarity is the greatest freedom. 5. Leo, the year of radiance, recognition, and the rise of inner authority. For Leo, 2026 is the year when the inner sun finally burns at full strength. After long periods of disappointment, restraint, and quiet endurance, Leo steps into the light they were always meant to walk in. Not because the world changes, but because they stop dimming themselves. The year begins with clarity. Situations that once held Leo back dissolve on their own. People who doubted them drift away. And for the first time in a long while, Leo feels no need to prove anything. The dignity within them becomes its own shield. Spring ignites momentum. Their ideas gain support. Their voice gains influence. Work that once felt ordinary transforms into a source of growth. Leo realizes that money follows confidence, and when they lead without fear, doors open effortlessly. Summer presents a choice: remain in the familiar or step boldly into new territory. Those who choose courage receive opportunities of rare magnitude. Partnerships, recognition, expansion. Those who hesitate will see chances fade, though life still offers gentler alternatives. Because 2026 does not punish Leo, it tests their readiness. Autumn strips away false connections. Anyone who took advantage of Leo's generosity quietly falls away, leaving behind only true allies. And once this emotional shedding is complete, inspiration floods back in. By the end of the year, Leo stands steady, luminous, self-assured, a leader even in silence. They discover that their greatest power was never in performance, but in authentic presence. 2026 becomes the year Leo learns, when you stop shrinking, the world expands around you. 6. Virgo, the year of precision, breakthroughs, and quiet mastery. For Virgo, 2026 is the year when every small effort, every detail, every disciplined step finally comes together into a powerful, visible result. What once seemed insignificant forms a clear system, and Virgo becomes the master of it. The year begins with financial doors opening that Virgo tried to unlock years ago. This time, the conditions align. External circumstances shift in a way that makes Virgo's steady, logical, methodical nature not only useful, but essential. Spring brings momentum. Ideas that once felt abstract begin to manifest. People who previously overlooked Virgo's insights now seek their guidance. Inspiration returns, and with it, a willingness to take calculated risks that Virgo would have avoided in the past. By mid-year, opportunities multiply. New contracts, projects, investments, or upgrades in position reshape Virgo's financial trajectory. Money begins to flow more predictably, not from luck, but from strategy. This is the year when Virgo learns that intuition and logic can coexist, and together, they create prosperity. Summer brings stability in relationships. False ties fade, loyal connections strengthen, and Virgo's personal life becomes a source of grounding rather than tension. Autumn marks a shift in authority. Virgo no longer needs validation. Their decisions carry weight. Their presence commands respect. This is when they can choose to expand, lead, or step boldly into their own venture. By the end of 2026, Virgo stands firm, organized, and financially strong. A creator of structure, not a follower of it. The year teaches them, when clarity meets discipline, destiny becomes predictable and powerful. 7 Libra, the year of alignment, influence, and quiet but unshakable balance. For Libra, 2026 is the long-awaited return to harmony. Not the fragile harmony built on pleasing others, but a deep internal balance that finally allows life to move smoothly, purposefully, and in the right direction. From the very beginning of the year, the world responds to Libra differently. Where they once had to persuade or negotiate, now a single decision shifts the energy around them. This is the first sign that Libra is stepping into their natural role as a coordinator of fate, someone whose presence alone brings order. Spring brings clarity in work and finances. What was scattered begins to form structure. Money stabilizes as Libra learns to manage flows with calm precision. Opportunities appear through relationships, partnerships, and conversations that feel almost destined. For the first time in years, Libra feels not pulled in 2 directions but guided toward a single, meaningful path. Summer awakens creativity. Beauty, art, design, communication. Anything touched by Libra's refined sense of harmony becomes successful. Their style becomes their asset. Their intuition becomes a compass. Autumn delivers an unexpected breakthrough. A promotion, a contract, an inheritance, a profitable deal. Something that elevates their financial status. It is not luck. It is the universe rewarding balance restored. As the year closes, Libra stands in confident equilibrium. No rush, no fear, no chaos. Just the deep knowing that everything is finally moving with their inner rhythm. 2026 teaches Libra, balance is not something you chase. It is something you become. 8. Scorpio, the year of revelation, power, and transformational rise. For Scorpio, 2026 is unmistakably a breakthrough year. A year when long-held tensions finally snap into clarity, and hidden paths open with undeniable force. This is the year Scorpio stops wrestling with the world and begins moving with precision, fully aware of their own power. The year opens with a clear signal. Challenges that once felt immovable begin to shift. People who doubted Scorpio return with apologies. Their words gain weight. Their presence gains influence. This is the first sign that destiny is no longer resisting them. It is making room. Spring brings intense financial energy. Opportunities appear in business, investments, strategy, technology, psychology, fields where depth is rewarded. But 2026 demands cold clarity. Scorpio must act without emotional turbulence. When they do, prosperity follows with remarkable speed. Summer becomes a period of rapid ascent. Doors open, partnerships form. Old connections fall away, making space for alliances built on loyalty and respect. Scorpio's intuition sharpens. They can feel insincerity instantly and avoid it without effort. By autumn, Scorpio stands as a model of quiet power. Success appears sudden to others, but every move is the result of internal calculations working flawlessly. People begin to see Scorpio not as intense, but as unshakable. As the year ends, Scorpio feels a calm, steady control they have never known. Not dominance, mastery. 2026 teaches Scorpio, victory is not won through struggle, but through becoming the one who cannot be shaken. 9. Sagittarius, the year of awakening, expansion, and purposeful momentum. For Sagittarius, 2026 is a massive awakening, the moment when every scattered desire, every unfinished dream, finally aligns into a clear and powerful direction. This is the year Sagittarius stops searching for permission and begins building the life they once only imagined. From the first weeks, the energy shifts. Opportunities that previously required endless effort now appear with surprising ease. People who once closed their doors suddenly invite collaboration. Sagittarius enters environments where their enthusiasm is no longer too much, but a source of inspiration and leadership. Spring becomes a launch pad. Projects grow, ideas materialize. A major door opens, a deal, a move, a business venture, or a partnership that elevates both status and income. Their thinking becomes strategic, focused not on short-term wins, but long-term expansion. Summer tests loyalty and clarity. Relationships that cannot grow will fall away quietly, making room for alliances that support Sagittarius's higher path. By autumn, everything accelerates. Money stabilizes, influence strengthens, and their confidence becomes magnetic. As 2026 closes, Sagittarius realizes a powerful truth. When you move with honesty, courage, and purpose, the universe clears the way. 10. Capricorn, the year of reward, structure, and unshakable mastery. For Capricorn, 2026 is not a year of luck. It is a year of justice, when every disciplined step, every sacrifice, and every silent effort is finally repaid. Capricorn enters this cycle not as a seeker, but as someone who has earned their place through persistence and unwavering dedication. From January, the atmosphere shifts. Obstacles soften. Doors open. Work that once felt routine becomes a source of growth and recognition. An opportunity appears early in the year, one that challenges Capricorn to step beyond the familiar and claim a higher level of authority. Spring accelerates progress. Their efficiency sharpens, their influence expands, and people begin turning to them for guidance, stability, and leadership. Money builds steadily, not suddenly, flowing from multiple sources as Capricorn's reputation strengthens. Summer brings a major advancement, a promotion, a contract, a partnership, or a structural upgrade that elevates their entire life trajectory. Capricorn no longer second-guesses themselves. They act with clarity and grounded confidence. By autumn, they stand firmly in their power, respected, stable, and undeniably capable. 2026 teaches Capricorn, strength isn't loud, strength is consistency, and consistency conquers everything. 11. Aquarius, the year of reinvention, higher insight, and unprecedented breakthroughs. For Aquarius, 2026 is nothing short of a personal revolution. A year when old identities shed effortlessly and a completely new version of themselves emerges with stunning clarity. This is the year Aquarius stops living on the edge of possibility and finally steps into the center of their destiny. The year begins with a mental awakening. Ideas flow rapidly, patterns become visible. Problems that once felt complex suddenly reveal simple, elegant solutions. Aquarius feels as if they are seeing the world from a higher vantage point, and in many ways, they are. Spring amplifies their visionary talent. A new project, career shift, or unexpected opportunity places Aquarius in a position where innovation is not just welcomed, it is needed. Their ability to think differently becomes their greatest advantage, attracting allies, mentors, and resources. Summer disrupts comfort zones. Old circles fade, making room for communities that understand and support Aquarius's unique path. Relationships transform, deepening with authenticity or ending with peace. By autumn, a major breakthrough arrives. A long-term goal crystallizes, a financial upgrade appears, or a creative vision becomes reality. Everything accelerates once Aquarius stops fearing change and begins guiding it. As 2026 ends, Aquarius stands renewed, sharper, freer, and more aligned with their true purpose than ever before. This year teaches them, you are not here to follow the future. You are here to invent it. 12. Pisces, the year of spiritual clarity, emotional renewal, and destiny realignment. For Pisces, 2026 is a deeply spiritual turning point, a year when intuition sharpens, illusions dissolve, and the true path ahead becomes unmistakably clear. This is the year Pisces stops drifting with emotion and begins moving with purpose, guided by the quiet wisdom rising from within. The year opens with a gentle but powerful shift. Dreams become vivid. Signs appear more frequently. Pisces begins noticing patterns in conversations, coincidences, and moments that feel meant to be. It is not imagination. It is alignment. Spring brings emotional renewal. Old wounds lose their weight. Relationships heal or transform in ways that free Pisces from long-carried burdens. This season strengthens their heart and restores their ability to trust, not just others, but themselves. Summer activates creativity and abundance. Pisces attracts opportunities through compassion, artistry, and intuition. Work becomes more meaningful. Finances stabilize through inspired choices rather than force. By autumn, a powerful realization emerges. Pisces understands who they are without fear and what they want without confusion. This clarity reshapes their decisions, relationships, and direction. As the year closes, Pisces stands softer yet stronger, peaceful yet decisive, a soul fully aligned with its true north. 2026 teaches Pisces, when you trust your intuition, destiny becomes effortless. As we reach the end of this journey, remember one truth. 2026 is not an easy year, but it is a transformative one. the kind of year that reshapes a lifetime. It is a year of decisions, awakenings, and irreversible shifts. A year when one brave step can alter decades of stagnation. A year where clarity comes to those who seek it, and new paths open for those willing to walk them. Every zodiac sign, in its own unique way, receives a form of light in 2026. Some receive momentum, some receive healing, some receive breakthroughs, and some receive the strength to finally release what no longer belongs. No one is left untouched, because this is the year destiny adjusts itself, realigning each of us with what we were always meant to become. And so, a message echoes, one often attributed to Baba Vanga, but understood only by those who have awakened. Fate gives no gifts to those who sleep, but it always opens the door for the ones who wake at the right moment. Whether your awakening arrives through joy, clarity, challenge, or revelation, trust the process. The universe is not punishing you, it is positioning you. Before you leave, take a small but meaningful step. Comment your zodiac sign, plus what you wish to manifest in 2026. This simple act sets your intention, and intention is the first doorway to new energy. And if this message resonated with your spirit, leave a so the universe can witness your readiness. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the guidance that's waiting for you.